Um, so that's basically my background. Now, in terms of staying curious, like my personal career has evolved. I was a systems administrator, then I was a DevOps engineer. At AWS I was a solutions architect, and I am now in this chief technologist role, right? Where I'm still a solutions architect. I just work on really interesting issues. And one of the things I work on is when we have our customers, when they launch something, again, kind of big, that if it doesn't go well, it'll be in the news, they might be in front of Congress or something. So for example, a few years ago when USPS launched covidtest.gov, where you order free COVID tests, that they were really afraid of having like another healthcare.gov situation. And I got pulled in and basically helped them make sure that didn't happen, and they also ran it as efficiently as possible. I don't think I can share like what their bill was, but it was minuscule, right? It wasn't a big deal, and everything worked. And so that's my background. But in my career, I've had to pivot often. I've had to, stay curious. And most recently with AI stuff, what I started doing is I started looking at my workday and the activities I have, and I thought, is this a unique activity that's adding a ton of value that's not repetitive? And if so, I'm probably not using AI as my primary way to do that, right? But then there's a lot of activities which are repetitive, which you have to, or something where I have to build something, right? So I've recently been just building full apps, and I'm not a developer by background, but building full apps to show our customers how to do something. And I'm using AI to do that. It's called like vibe coding, right? So I literally just talk to the AI chatbot and I tell it what I want to build, and it's an extended conversation. But for example, I love coffee. I have an espresso machine at home, and I wanted a dashboard that shows the status of my espresso machine, that shows like how many espresso shots I made, and the ratio, all the data that it has on it. And so I was like doing my day job, and then in the background when I was talking on a call, I was talking to my chatbot, and I built it in a day, right? And I just wouldn't have time to do that. And for work-related purposes too, I've built a ton of stuff now. So it's really like breaking down barriers, right? If you're a business that doesn't have developers and don't have the budget to afford to hire developers, you can just build what you want to build. Like this paper here, right? Like when I want to create a document now, I'm still responsible for the output of the document. I have to make sure it's high quality, right? That's still on me. But I can use AI to help me, right? We have like a specific format for a document today on Amazon. I can take a document that I wrote in bullet points and have it transform it into the Amazon format. So there's all kinds of, so I just try to keep up, but I try to keep up instead of just learning technologies because it's new, I try to learn technology that can help me with my personal life and also improve my job.
That's great. Thanks so much for sharing that. And again, I had to tell those stories about people asking you about Kindle and where's my package, because that lights things up a little bit. Thanks so much. So Charles, let's get to you. Speaking of being curious and innovating, can you give us a couple seconds about you, and then I'll ask you a question.
Sure. Charles Sims, I was CTO for the LA Clippers underneath Steve Ballmer for 8 years, CTO for United Talent Agency, and we built our own app that helps startups take an idea all the way to a fundable product, from market analysis, financial analysis, and even breaking down and decomposing your idea into the feature sets to develop it. Trying to break down those barriers. You don't have to be somebody who lives in San Francisco who knows somebody to actually talk the code of what your investors are looking for. That has shifted and really grown into, we have now an entire innovation studio out of El Segundo that is focused on helping small businesses adopt AI practices, even if they're not an AI product or an AI business, using AI and AI development practices to really rapidly scaffold up some of their features, some of their abilities and their services. And I'm somebody who's very much the productizing of everything, productizing of services, productizing of people rather than replacing people. AI isn't something in my eyes to reduce operational costs, it's to empower and grow the opportunity and grow the top line there is there. So that's my background. I'm very passionate in that.
Fantastic.